signs say no.
We're the only badass novel bitches around. So.
Oh, there we go.
If I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to like. There you go.
I'm so excited for this!
Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
We all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with like.
Oh
my God, that was an exciting adventure.
Welcome back.
Hi,
Yes.
thank you so much.
We have Erica Bauermeister, who is
Welcome, guest author Kayla tonight. Special guest. There'll be a lot of panelists tonight.
Jess Lowry, right here with us tonight. Welcome, Asha. We're so excited.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey,
bitches.
bitches.
Oh.
How's it going, everybody? Who's on first? I like that. Ashley is today. Hi, bitch. How's it going?
I was trying to remember that play. Who's on first?
Yeah, Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on first.
I did it in speech class with Mr. Vasquez.
Very funny. It was a good one. Rebecca's here. How's it going, babe? Who else is here? Jessica.
Make sure y'all say
Always
hi.
on quick. She's always on.
Writing your name down.
ASAP. Yeah. Who's writing names down? Getting their raffle names in. Des, are you doing that? Yeah. Des,
Yeah.
right? Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
It's in my head yesterday.
All right. Well, anyways, so how was everybody's week?
I think it was good that I can remember. Weeks are like blurs sometimes. I don't know.
Summer is a blur.
Well, was still recovering from illness.
I was sick with COVID all week.
I managed to not get what came through my house, which I'm pretty sure was COVID.
You didn't test anybody? Well,
I went off what Manuel said, and he said he felt exactly the same like when he had COVID before.
oh. Well, then fuck it. Just keep germs to yourself. Ashley says it's going amazing. How's yours going? Bitch, why are you having an amazing week? Do tell. I'm all jealous over here with my badass attitude today. I could hear some good news. Anna knows.
What happened
Either way.
to your finger?
Ugh. I was moody. I'm moody. I got my
Cut it
period
off.
this week.
No, no,
It was
pull the
late with my new
Picasso.
meds. And then I was ready to kill CJ today. But, you know.
Oh, you
I
didn't.
love that.
That's
You know
right.
how when husbands try to do something to like be helpful and they think I'm doing something amazing, I'm going to be extra helpful, I'm going to do this thing that she never asked for. And then it backfires because it's not what I wanted, not what I asked for, and then fucks some shit up. So, I was moody
CJ,
today.
I got your back. I
Yeah, I
told
was
her
so
God
moody
bless
that
him
all
for
I could-
trying.
Yeah, all I could do was like clean and organize, and like I got so mad I decided to do something like that.
Yeah, I do mad cleaning all the time.
Ooh, yeah.
When I get
so-
real pissed, I
yeah.
just get quiet and start cleaning shit. And then you should know like something's up.
Yeah.
Like a whole closet gets reorganized.
Look, if I'm cleaning so hard that I'm sweating and I'm not complaining about sweating, there's a problem. There's
Maybe
that I've-
that if I get up and clean, he's like, fuck, his baby's about to be here. So the other day, that's what he was like, you're up cleaning and you didn't even come get me? Baby's
So
close.
baby was a-
Baby's close.
Vanessa is melting her tits off in New Mexico. Hi, Regina. Welcome, babe.
See, I've done mad cleaning though, where like stuff that you've saved and sentimental things from wherever. It doesn't have to be like due from that person, but just little things. You're just like,
Yeah.
"Ah, fuck this. I don't need this shit no more. This is taking it. And then you throw all the shit out. And then like 2 weeks later, you're just like, oh man, like I really should have
That's
put that in a weight pile.
That's not when I throw away things though. I am a hoarder, and it's only when I'm like in that mood where I get rid of it. I'm like, okay, I'm in that mood. Let me start throwing away before I think twice.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
my
keep
God.
in my drawer of things that I
Matt,
don't need.
going to clean mad cleaning mode. That's not a good one. No. I mean, my house needs to be cleaned anyway because it's been kind of a broken down disaster. We're trying to rearrange the kids' bedrooms again, and we had to get new beds, so we had to build one. And then, when you do that, you have to pull everything out. Like all their toys have to come out, and then it just explodes all over the house, and they don't give a shit. They don't understand why it's a problem. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to leave. Oh, anyway. Rebecca says I do that too. Sometimes it pisses me off just to get the house cleaned. Oh no. If that's why he is doing that, I would like do the opposite. I'd be like, when I get mad, I'm gonna make
everything
a mess.
but his shit.
I think that's what I do when I'm mad clean, actually.
See, Ashley, now I know why you had a wonderful week. Amazing week. Booked a couple trips. Damn, I want to take a trip. Where are you going? I'll meet up. God, I want to go somewhere. Like anywhere. I have zero except I go to Desiree's. We all know this to like help catch a baby when it pops out. But I want like a vacation. You know, where you go and like somebody cooks for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like
No.
I want okay, bitch. Like you have not had. You've been on like a cruise, so
I've been on a lot of trips, but it has been a while, so I forgot what all that's like.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, same. And I just want to know what that's like. I want like all inclusive.
You want to not have to think.
Wait, so it doesn't count like when you come
That's
to
what
my
it is.
house and you don't have to cook?
Is it going to be all inclusive, or do I have to?
No, because she's not relaxing at your house.
Nobody's
Okay, so then-
relaxing at Desiree's.
Okay, so then in 14 years, I think I've had one actual vacation.
You and I had a vacation to the cabin. That was one. You and your husband went on a.
Well, hold on.
10-year
You said where
anniversary.
someone else cooks for you, and I did reheat soup, but
Because duh.
But that was a vacation. It was just you and I, like hanging. We didn't have to
It
take care of
was.
anyone but each other.
Well, then all you have to do is get a feeding tube, Des, and then you'll be good. You don't have to drink it. It'll just pump into your stomach, and that's like having a chef. And then you can call it a vacation.
CJ,
Oh my
that's what I'm saying is the one like true vacation. Someone else cleaned after me, fed me. I didn't have to lift a finger. That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Jessica over here says, what's vacation? Girl, I know. We need to take one. Like, we need to really get this damn bitch planned because we're needing it. Wow. Let's see. Oh, Regina wants to see that baby belly, Des.
Oh, here.
Let's see you, Desiree.
I'll show you this baby belly.
I think they want you to stand up.
I know.
Well, I know you know.
Oh,
that's nice.
We're getting cut off. Can you cover the nip? I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah. It looks like you have a pimple on your hip. I didn't realize that was your nipple.
And that's the like, he didn't even like, it's like wonky donkey nipples. And I was like, what are you doing? This is the last belly cast. What's wrong with you?
And it's his fault that your nipples are out of shape.
For real. Don't blame him because your shit's cockeyed. There it is.
Ooh, that baby's looking full. Did you just eat or something? The top is looking
I just
full.
ate a piece of chocolate. I did eat earlier. It's been a couple hours, so I am still pretty full.
I'm getting Alfred Hitchcock vibes right
Yeah,
now.
I did notice
Like
that
the shape.
We should do that next week, where you walk into, like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah. All right, Ashley, where are you going, girl? To Frankenmuth. Where the fuck is this? In September. Salem. Oh, girl. Amazing. In October. And up north in August. Just got back from Chicago. Neat. Got all kinds of fun, like summer, fall trips planned. I like. First of all, Salem in October is going to be epic. Salem any time of year is epic. I've been. It's worth everything everywhere you go. Trust me. I love that place. I would visit again and again. Oh my God, Manny's had a ton of accidents.
Ask me, I'll tell you. He spent an entire month in Greece in 2017. And that was just that one place that equaled a month between two trips. He was everywhere.
Wow.
Moving on. I gotta move on. Wow.
Get this.
Sherry, I was just comparing the belly cast I just did. As I had to de-lube. That's why I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. But I was comparing it to Ben's because Ben's was 37 weeks and I'm like 36 weeks and 3 days or some bullshit, 2 days.
So how are they in comparison?
This belly is still bigger.
Well, I'm
Isn't that how it goes,
that
though?
baby's coming a little earlier than you think that baby's coming.
But that's just how your body works, though. It
No,
already stretched
yeah, like-
out.
When you look at the belly, like, they've gotten progressively bigger and the babies are getting smaller. So
That's because your condo was already pre-stretched.
Yeah.
And then if
My
they
what?
add an extra floor, your little
my what
condominium.
was pre-stretched?
Condominium.
Condo. That's
Uh-huh.
heard. I was like, that's
Every
weird.
baby adds an additional wing
Bring
to it to give them more space.
I got
I don't know
space
what
up in there, living in a mansion and shit.
What is in Frankenmuth? Frankenmuth.
I
Sherry's
don't
also
know.
in Michigan. So some point I'll be visiting out there if we can ever get the fuck away from here.
Guess what
Oh, I
Sean
love
asked me to do?
What?
Look up vacations to Ireland.
Bitch, yes. I am getting my
Cool.
passport now.
I swear to God.
Tell Sean that it's going to be a family affair and we're
Oh, I
coming
told him.
too.
I
So
said I
there
can
is
find a
no
Mothali de
Ireland.
Seis in Ireland.
There's no Ireland without you in Ireland.
I know. Right? I was
It's not
like,
happening.
what? Okay.
Okay, well then he and CJ and I and you, we need to have a dinner about
Rebecca, I
it.
will. So
You're so
excited.
sweet.
Your belly is perfect. Okay, broke my ass. Broke in Hawaii, broke in Spain.
Exactly, broke, and he's the flight engineer, so he's the one who's all, guys, we can't fly. Shit.
Ooh, Rebecca just planned one. Damn. Yes. Well, I want to know what you planned. And when are you going?
So my only early baby was my third baby, and he was only early by a week. So I told this chick over here, you better plan to fucking be out here, because otherwise you're missing the whole thing. I'm not
Well,
doing
come on.
it.
She's due the 13th, and I'm coming the 2nd. Like, we should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Baby can come on the 3rd so that I can have all the time in the world with my new baby. And, like, you're not even going to get to hold him until I leave. So,
Well,
I'll
then
just
your
sit there with
boobies
my
better
arms
be
under
working.
him at your boob.
Your boobies better be working.
No, I'm just going to drop your boob in his face, but I'm going to keep holding him so he can look at
I
me.
got you the SNS. You'll be good to go. I'll pump.
You can put your boob through the back side of my arm, but he'll see
That's
my
disgusting.
face. He'll see my face.
Just put a bottle of Yoo-Hoo with a straw. You'll be all right.
Ooh, get out of here.
Yeah. He's like, I like Auntie.
My smallest belly. That's surprising.
Ooh, that's interesting. I'm optimistic, yeah. Northville, Ireland in September. So you'll be there while reading about Vikings, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
She'll be over there like running up the green hills screaming about Uhtred at Babenberg. Fuck it. Well, anyway, so speaking of books.
Oh, is that what we're here for?
What are we here for, bitches?
Oh, the operator. I heard of that.
We've finished the first half of this book. What do we do? Chapters 11 through 22. So Dominique, we finally got to the belly button that was destroyed.
I stopped. So I didn't want to make another
You stopped
Blunder.
where?
at the end of 22.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
did.
we stopped at 22 this week, or after 22 this week. We did not read 23 this week. But anyways, Vanessa did 25.
Down with her.
Look at it. There's always somebody. I like that. You gotta love the
One me.
rebel of the group.
One me.
Wasn't you this time? I gained exactly the same weight with my girls, but number 2 is almost a pound
That's
smaller.
so rude. I haven't even stepped on the scale in like 6 weeks. Not doing it. It got close to another number that I've never been at. So I was like, nah, that's negative. I don't need that.
Whew. All right. So we read. Not only do we hear about a botched belly button, but we also found out that she got dentures.
I died.
I was like, she took her teeth out, and I was like, well,
I died.
honestly,
made me
sometimes
look at
life would be
her-
a lot easier like that. But
Oh well, hell yeah. But I was like, I don't know. I just pictured her so different. And then she even mentioned how she had to. How did he word it? Purse her lips over her dentures when she was in the office of the private investigator. The way I was
Mhm.
dying. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they reference them now more often.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I don't have, like you said, you view
I
her
think it might
differently.
have been like
Flannel
a thing to
PJ.
do back then,
it
just
is.
to have like a perfect smile.
Well, that was the only
you know?
way to get. They didn't have veneers or anything. My mom, I don't mean to throw her under the bus, but she got dentures when she was like in her 20s.
Yeah.
But that was because of our disease, and that was like the only way for her to have teeth.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I saw her without them, I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, Rebecca, I
We
was
go,
dying.
we're all afraid to laugh right now because we love Donna, but I'm laughing. What the fuck just happened? You said I'm afraid to throw her under the bus, but here I'm about to.
It wasn't her fault. You know, she didn't do it out of like
Vanity.
unity. Yeah, just so she had teeth. But do you guys look at her a different way now, Vivian? Like she seems.
No, she just seems a little more down to earth than I thought she might be with like all her, I need to wear my, fancy stuff everywhere I go. And I need to look my best because there might be something being said about me, through the grapevine. Like looking your best is going to change what people say. No.
Well,
You're going to gossip.
I think what she's doing is like a lot of projecting. She gossips, she's listening. So that's where her paranoia comes from. The whole thing with Betty, I think Betty might be a little bit better person than she is. And she's just so paranoid and mad at Betty.
No, fuck Betty. Fuck Betty all the way and her whole family. But, I mean, I always pictured her as down to earth. I just saw her as trying to keep up with the Joneses. She was trying to be kind of a part of that circle, right? Trying to get as close to those four flushers kind of as possible, right? The four flushers.
I am
I
done
love it.
with that.
But and that's why, like, when she got the hat, like, it was such a big thing because that was her nice thing to have,
Yeah.
But,
no, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying my mom was. No, she needed teeth. She needed to eat.
Yeah. A lot of women in Canada had them. Don't know why. Well, probably just because it's cheaper to like take them all out. It's cheaper than getting, oh my God, crown after crown after crown, or even just fillings. Like some people, just naturally have shit teeth, and it's like you're just gonna have a whole lifetime of like replacing everything. So what the fuck is the point? I get it. If my shit starts going downhill, best believe I'm taking them all out. I'm just gonna get a whole new set. Whole new set. Fuck Betty.
Fuck Betty. Me and Regina.
Fruit Madonna. I think they all kind of suck. Drama.
It's small town shit, right? Nothing else to do but to make
Betty
yourself feel better by thinking of.
And also, fuck Vera. Oh my God, fucking Vera.
Fuck Vera. That sounded
literally
like
the end of this week's reading, and we had to hear her being a bitch on the phone about her sister. Oh my God. So we finally got the dish. Motherfucking Edward was married before and forgot and didn't have it annulled.
No, he thought he did have it annulled.
Yeah.
It just came to find out it was not legally done properly. That's
because the parents said they did it. The parents.
Yes, but then he forgot about it. Like, how do you forget and not tell your like?
Well, I don't think he forgot about it. I just think that maybe he didn't think it was an important enough thing to mention because it was something he did when he was 17. It was annulled. He probably thought, well, it's never going to come up. Like, what's the big thing?
Yeah.
And then, and good old fat bitch. What was her name? Mildred.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was
Mildred,
like,
well, she sounds fat.
I was like, please tell me she's going to go and spy on Mildred. And please tell me she's fat. Like, I want to know.
I was waiting. It's interesting. I was
Mildred
really-
didn't do anything.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to
Mildred.
pop up the comments really quick so that we can discuss these because they're kind of coming into our conversation. Ashley, girl, yes. She said one word, Dalton, and like an angry face. Yeah, he pisses us all off, right, Jessica? Vanessa says, I'm so annoyed as to why she hasn't just opened her mouth. Keeping everything bottled up and being pissy about it just pisses me off. Yeah. Like you're just treating everyone like crap around you because you're keeping this thing from like exploding. But that's just not, I don't know. I just don't believe in that. I feel like explode.
Yeah. Like when
Like,
she, like for those 3 weeks of her keeping it in and all that. Yeah.
No, I don't keep it in. I'm not gonna. If I'm pissed, you're gonna hear about it and it's gonna be immediate and swift.
And we're going to discuss
You're
it
awake.
till the sun comes up.
Discuss it. I'm really good at that. That's how I really piss off a teenager. I'm like, grounding you and taking your things away is actually not as effective as me just repeating myself at you for 2 hours. So.
Oh, that's where like
There it
I
goes.
fall asleep.
Same.
I'm like,
But I
not
demand
allowed.
responses to all my rhetorical questions.
Mhm.
So they have to like sit there. Aiden had to sit there and like come up with answers. And I'm like, good, you're listening. I'm going to continue. That was the only way I could punish him. He didn't care. He's like, okay, I'll be off my PlayStation for 2 weeks. Bet you won't like this. 3 hours is coming up. 3-hour repetition. Anyway.
What I want to know is who called Betty and how did
She
just all
find
of a
out?
sudden have this info?
I was
Waiting
being
for that.
curious. How did she find out? Because
It
this
must be
woman
somebody
lives.
who knows Mildred, maybe. You know,
Where are they again? What state are they in?
Syracuse, New York. Well, she's in Wooster, Ohio,
Ohio.
but he's from Syracuse, and
Yeah.
Mildred still lives there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that part was kind of funny when I was thinking about it after like who called her.
How this
and
information
how
get
did-
to him.
Yeah. How do you just all of a sudden know this?
And yeah, because it was told to Betty over the phone. We just don't know who told, right? Because she was like the oh,
She didn't recognize the
no.
voice.
Unless Betty
Yeah.
has a friend in that city or whatever.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
But see, there it goes again.
I bet
Fuck
we
Betty.
find that out later. As big of a gossip as Vivian is, how does she not immediately get into her car and go scope this Mildred chick out? Like who
Well,
wouldn't?
Ohio and New
Right.
York, though. Remember?
Well, she was mad ass enough for quite a few weeks. She really could have spent a little time just zoop and
Yeah.
back. Been angry in her car for like a hot minute. How about just say, so you have another wife? Thank you.
Right.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
It was so
Or
Passive
we're-
annoying.
aggressiveness.
Or you ever, but I she went to like, how do you ask that question? And I guess nowadays people do ask like, what were your past relationships like? They don't.
No,
I guess-
she's passive aggressive, incredibly passive aggressive.
Mhm.
Even when you add in the fact that she invited over like the only people who she could think of that would piss off her husband, them Italians.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The guineas, damn it. I'm over here all like, well, I'm a fucking guinea.
Right?
How
So,
did they get
anyways.
Frogtown? Or
And I'm glad that she never gave you the real
They didn't know
tomato
how.
sauce recipe.
What?
What does?
the Frogtown, like why they called where Italians lived Frogtown.
They said they didn't know, right?
Just like they don't know where they came up with the four flushers.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, back then you didn't talk about that stuff, especially your husband. I agree. Throw his shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, they were fairly young too, like when they
Yeah.
courted and got married. So I'm sure it wasn't even a thought in her mind, like, oh, were you previously married? Like, you know what I mean? Because
It's probably,
would've-
I wonder if like part of it is just that like because of him they had to like move and relocate and she wasn't happy with that. And it took a long time before she'd like, head back home. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. She probably just has like some resentment for all these little things. And then that was just like icing on the cake, whether it was intentional or not, doesn't matter.
Well, and I don't
But
think she was
keeping
really
it to
mad.
yourself is just
And I don't know if she was like mad like at him per se, but just mad at what image that gives her.
Well, I think both, because
Yeah.
remember she said that she was surprised she didn't smash in his Adam's apple with the alarm clock.
Yeah, but because again, because
She wanted to kill him.
of him, there's gossip about her. Because of him,
Right.
there's this not I'm mad that he
That's always
has
like
another
the
wife.
underlining, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I wonder how we're going to find out about who this caller was, or if we will, because, and I think it came up here, Rebecca says, I felt like chapter 21 was so anticlimactic. I needed a bigger blowout scene between Vivian and Edward. I was a bit disappointed. Maybe the author saved it for later in the book. Fingers crossed, because this was way too calm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it was funny how he didn't seem to catch on to her being pissed off, or just simply didn't care.
Just did
And
not
then-
notice or even give a shit.
I thought I skipped a page
Thank you.
I was like,
Thank
I
you.
kept flipping back, and I'm like, how
You're
all of a
getting
sudden
married?
are they just like putting out this newspaper article about the situation and then getting divorced to get remarried, and then he never even addresses the family about it. Like, I really thought I skipped a page.
That was like all her. Like once I feel like, so what I got out of that was she was on, what's that called? Like when something happens, you gotta like make it, like fix the situation really quickly.
She was on like
what's that called?
something
what celebrities
control. What do they
do.
call it? Oh my god.
Yeah, something control.
Oh
You know what I'm talking about?
It's on the tip of my
Damage control. Damage control.
Damage control.
So I feel like she saw that. She knew like gossip was about to spread. She went like straight to like damage control. No, I have the perfect life. No, this is that. Let me do like again a control thing. That's what her focus was
her
on.
image is obviously very important to her, but that's kind of all she has. So I guess.
Yeah, it just felt like the author was trying to get to that step too quick and missed a big part of like
there was a
confronting
disconnect right there.
Yeah, because like you told the daughter, you're sitting there trying to comfort the daughter, and then even that was kind of weird. And then it's
I don't
like,
think she did confront him fully.
Well, she had to have at some point that he knew about the article, and they had to do all the bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Like, where was that piece? You know what I mean?
It definitely was skipped over, and I think like for all of us, we're like, okay, so you told your daughter in kind of a weird way, and then she was like sick to her stomach, and where's the part where we hear you talking to your motherfucking husband about
Well, maybe we'll go back because she does kind of go.
That's kind of the part we were all waiting
like
for.
Like hop around a little bit.
We'll see. It is possible that we'll have like a jump back to that conversation a little later on. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, I hope so, because I feel like that really was like a good opportunity to like add some like middle of the book flair. You know, like a little middle conflict where, yes, it's like sort of like it's smoothed over, like glazed over. But maybe
she said
like bubble up a little later again. I don't know. Well,
I mean, she did say like he was acting like it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So I feel like she confronted him and he was probably like, oh, yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that was, if it doesn't come up again, it was a missed opportunity, because all of us are like, look, this is all about gossip. So this entire story, we need to have a little more gossip. We need a little more meat. And I think that when it came to the husband, like if he was like just let off the hook like that without some blowout, because that's not realistic. Couples are not like that. You're not going to find some shit out that you've been keeping this for how many years and I should have known about it instead of hearing it literally through like an overheard conversation.
But also remember what year they're living in.
No, I get it. But it's all about image and gossip in this story.
Yeah.
So all the same, like we should have had a little more.
I feel like when you have that kind of conversation, it's because you care about your marriage and your relationship. And again, I think she cared about her image more than about her relationship with him.
The whole point of the article was to kind of set the story straight with everybody, at once, and play it off like, oh no, I knew. My husband told me. Our family knew. This is how we're gonna fix it. Okay.
I think it goes to his character when the prisoner escaped and he lied to his wife about home for the day. and then put her to bed and then snuck the fuck out. And then we didn't hear anything from it as well. It was
Right. We still don't know what the heck happened there.
Fucking drive up to the prison and say, get your motherfucking ass home, you bitch. Like, there was nothing. There was no confrontation. And he obviously doesn't give a shit about whatever
Well,
it is.
we're halfway through, and I'm really hoping that we get a little bit more meat in the second half. I hope we get a little bit more like excitement, because it's like leading up to all these things and nothing happening. I mean, even the little bit about, you know, getting ready to rob a bank. I was like, ooh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. And then nothing. And then we go back to like drama that still led to nowhere. I'm really hoping that this is just the longest foreplay we've ever experienced. And that there will be a climax in the end. So
I'm getting tired.
Oh, Gretchen, don't leave us hanging, girl, because you're going to be on in 2 weeks, and I don't want to give you a shit review.
Oh my God. Shit.
Praying she doesn't watch this and stab me. Like,
well, Gretchen, I got your back. Please come on still.
No, I definitely want you here.
How about Poppy's
Oh,
letters?
Yeah.
Oh, Poppy, that naughty daddy. Damn.
What an idiot. Sending
First
the
of
wrong
all,
ones. I'm done.
How many of you are
couldn't even
listening?
get one right?
How many of you are listening to this book?
I did not I listened
In week
last
one, in
week,
one. Okay.
and I didn't have time to listen this week because I can't find my earbud.
Anyone
charger.
listening, Poppy has a very fun Irish accent. So no matter what he says, I'm happy to hear it, which is fucked up. The narrator of this book is fantastic. Her dad's Irish accent is just too much. I love it.
So did they do the Irish accent in the letter when they were reading the letter? Did they do that? Oh no, it was just like dear so and so and dear so and so.
No. It was just like any parts where he's talking. That's when like you get to hear his like Irish accent. But she does a good job as a narrator. She does a really good job. It's always fun to hear him. Oh dear, you know.
Oh yeah, because she
And all
goes
he
back to
cared about was
the.
her bringing desserts.
Yeah, just are you baking? Good. Like,
Right. He just hangs up.
hey, there's my bestie. I saw you. A whole 9 of us saw you.
Then she goes back to with him saying like, was it just keep your secrets or
Just don't get
yeah,
caught.
now you know why
Just
he
don't get
said that in the
caught.
first
Yeah.
week.
Mhm.
Don't get caught. I'm like, ew. Now we know why he said it. Sick ass
Right.
dad. Damn. Dick.
His name must be
Like-
Dino. His name must be Dino.
Stop.
I didn't get all
must have
3
known my
letters
daddy.
mixed up.
Don't get caught. Cheers, Dino. Just so you know. Cheers.
Hey, my dad, God bless him, this is the best thing ever. He gave my mom a Valentine's Day card a month late. So it was a St. Patrick's Day card. And he just crossed out St. Patrick's and wrote Valentine's Day, and it had a leprechaun on it. She still has it. This shit is hysterical.
That's funny.
Manuel gets me cards like that, birthday cards, anniversary cards. He just finds a card and then he crosses out what doesn't apply.
That's what my grandma does.
He's been doing that forever.
Wow.
Funny at
Forever.
this point. Originally, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Find a real card." But now it's funny.
My grandma never read the cards. She just
I don't even
looked
want cards anymore.
what looked cute or pretty to her.
That's like the one thing I want. I want a card. It shows you cared. You went out, you picked out this card, you thought of me. I want the card.
No, because then I feel bad when I go to throw it out after, because I'm not going to save them all. And they're going to end up in a drawer somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
I can start a fire with it with my body. It's fine.
The amount of guilt that we carry over things like throwing away cards.
well, because
I've
it's that
given
thing
that
where
one
it's
up.
like, oh, you took
I
the time.
enjoy it for as long as I need to, and then I toss it without guilt, and it feels fucking good. Oh, let's see. He's a slime ball. It is not good when parents or when kids find out about their parents. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, it really isn't. I wonder if
really.
Charlotte is going to come up in any of this.
If what?
She's always like mad at her mom, Charlotte. She's always so mad at her mom. and always is like, oh, my dad's so great. So is that going to come up later? Like, is the relationship going to change a little? I mean, it should, but is it? I guess we'll see.
Like maybe she understands why her mom's so like erratic.
Yeah, like
Gives her mom a
maybe
little
it's
bit
not
of
just
grace
my mom.
now.
Maybe, yeah. Let's see. Ashley had said, I also thought that Vera and Vivian were always competing each other. Oh my God. Those sisters, yeah, they compete. Very competitive. But I like that shit. I love competitive stories.
Oh, stories.
That almost sounded like a conversation I could have had with Claudia.
Like you're the oldest, but she acts like she is.
But ours would have been more like, you're something, you goddamn bitch. And she wouldn't have hung up. I'd have been like, you're a bitch. And then we would have gone back and forth. And then we would have been like, all right, so like, are you like, what do you need? And then, you know, so we have our
Move
moment,
on.
we call each other names and then we're good. But I was like, oh my God, Claudia. Like, no.
You mean that's not Desiree and I like daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Are
and
you
it
being
was,
suspicious to me right now? I don't even understand. Because you'll forgive me in 30 seconds.
it was messed up, Rebecca, because when she called, her mom answered. And when she realized it was her, just passed the phone over to Poppy.
Oh, boom. I know you don't want to talk to me.
It's like, wow.
Well, I guess it goes to show like they already knew about their dad's indiscretions and it still hasn't changed their relationship with him. So,
yeah,
he's still like the more loving or at least the like more their parent, I guess. I don't know. That's what it seems like. But
well, remember that's when he was working on the railroads.
But then she said, no more.
who's railing somebody?
Cool.
Who? The time difference is messing you up for book club. Oh, I bet. You're starting to feel that whole East Coast, East Coast bullshit now, huh? It's a bunch of caca. I mean, we're not changing it because nobody's available at 5 p.m. on a Sunday.
But also, I live over here and nobody's changing it for me.
Yeah,
So-
we didn't change it for Des, so I'm very, very sorry to say that that's just not going to change anytime soon. Nobody can be available at 5 p.m.
So did anybody eat what was mentioned this week?
Oh, here.
A little fruitcake bars? Anybody have a little fruitcake?
Please
No?
taste it now. I need to watch you taste this on live. Go.
Me?
Finger.
You guys hear that?
Yeah,
Is that a bird chirping? Whose bird? Where is there a bird chirping?
Bitch, it's mine. I got my windows
It's yours?
open. It's
Oh,
hot as
okay.
motherfucker in here. I'm still sweating my tits off.
No, I
and
didn't know. No, I was
There are
just.
hawks and crows, as always, fighting outside. They
No, I
just
got new chickens, so I didn't know. I was like, did they get out of the coop? Or are they running
God,
around?
she's like checking her coop for chickens. I'm over here like hawks and crows having a regular ass fight. Look, fruitcake is so pretty.
It is pretty.
It should just be made into earrings.
All resident.
Well, we can make you some fruitcake earrings.
I won't wear them because they would taste like shit. That's a hawk you hear. It's getting chased by a crow. Always.
The hawk is getting chased?
Yeah. The hawks here, there's so few in this area that they like, the crows tend to like.
Oh, because they
gang
gang
up.
up?
Oh, what's that face? What's that face?
But it also might be a baby hawk that's getting ganged up by some crows. So. Look at her.
A
Look at her.
hawk tried to take
This
my
is
chicken
not
once.
your nana. This is not your nana.
No.
Your nana's
No, it's not.
fruitcake on it. No,
So
it is
I'll
not.
say this. I don't like nuts, like in my breads. Like I don't like banana bread
I
with
like them
nuts in it.
between the legs. That's all.
I don't like, like when you get the walnuts in here, and that's what I thought I had. But then I picked a piece of cherry out, and it's the cherry that has that bite like a nut. When Nana makes it, the cherries that she uses have more of like a softer kind of maraschino cherry.
Yeah.
But they probably do that just to, have them
Maybe
kind
it
of
has,
be
like,
substantial in
anise
here.
on
But
it.
huh?
Did not approve.
Anise? Is
What?
that right? No.
Anus.
What is
Talking
the
herself?
almond paste?
Marzipan?
No. Is that what it's called, Tosh? The almond
Almond
paste?
paste is marzipan.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. Is that in that?
No.
I was
What are you
just trying to
talking about?
figure out, like, why would it taste like a nut?
No. Has the bite of a nut. It feels like if you're biting into like a walnut.
Oh,
It has that hard chew. It almost feels like a harder piece of pineapple. Does that make
I like
sense?
nut.
I bet. Oh, Regina. That's you. No, but overall, like it has a good flavor for like a commercial fruitcake. I mean, it's very popular. Says they're world famous, so hey, power to you, Claxton.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Tosh,
I'll
you
give
just
it 2 out of 10. Not recommend. 2 out of 10. Do not recommend. It's not going to make me want to try Nana's fruitcake. I can tell you that.
You'll be drunk after you have Nana's fruitcake. I'll tell you that.
CJ just told me fruitcake's delicious.
It is.
Don't believe
it. It is.
I don't believe
You know what, CJ? I'm gonna try to get Nana's fruitcake recipe this year and make it, and I'll bring you a tin. She's so cute. She would make them in tins, like the cookie tins.
Yeah.
And then it's wrapped in cheesecloth, and you put the brandy on there. And I think it was like every day she would go and put more brandy and really like soak it into the cake. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling you, it was so good. She would ship it to my uncle, my dad's brother in Florida. Every year he'd look forward to that fruitcake.
Nana could make me like fruitcake, but I am not going to approve of this like fruitcake bar ever.
You don't have to.
No, do not recommend.
See,
like a little bit that I got of like walnut when I nipped it, I was like, okay, there's like a nut there. I get it. That's good because I really like the flavor of nuts in things like that. But all the like citron-y like fruit in it was just terrible.
Yeah, this just tastes more molassesy, like sugary. Yeah, but anyway, I mean, whatever. Fruitcake was mentioned, so now we had our fruitcake.
I probably won't try it because it's going to be similar to the what is the egg stuff that Graham had in DC?
Eggs Benedict with hollandaise sauce.
So Tosh can go right on ahead and try these things, and then I fucking watch her face, and I'm like, I'm good.
This is how you know you got a little sister. Everything you do, she's watching. So I try something, and she's like, nope, saw my sister, won't try that. I saw what she did. I saw how she reacted.
Well, so when are you going to be smart enough to fake the funk so that she can suffer with you?
I'm sorry, but you can't fake the disgustingness that is hollandaise sauce.
I love hollandaise.
Cake bars.
Look, I can make hollandaise. CJ and I made an amazing hollandaise. My Graham, she's like a hollandaise-aholic.
That was a mouthful, like
right.
Mouthful of balls.
I love eggs Benedict and I love hollandaise sauce.
So my grandmother was like, "This is literally the best hollandaise I've ever tasted in my life," and I was like, "Ew, it's disgusting." Even I still didn't like it, and I made it.
I love it.
So, nope. I put so much love into that hollandaise. I couldn't do it. It's this like sour, creamy ass.
I've never had a sour hollandaise sauce.
There's lemon in it, dude.
I know, but sour. It doesn't taste sour.
No, it's sour to me. I taste tartness, I think, a little extra. Everywhere I've ever tasted it, and I keep trying.
Because you're a bitter bitch.
No, I'm a sweet bitch, and that's way too tart for my ass. So clearly,
I was 15 when we went on this trip. I'm now not 15 and much older, and I have still yet to try that bullshit. It will not give. I remember she was like, and I was like,
well,
wow,
you should try it. Your taste is different.
No. There are a few things that I won't try. Like, I went on a cruise and I proceeded to eat snails at every dinner, even when it was no longer on the menu, and dipped my fucking bread into that fucking butter and garlic, and oh, it was so good. I saw her face.
Okay, but now imagine if she had tried that and she made a face because she didn't like it, and so that prevented you from eating it, and it was like one of the best things you ever had.
Yeah.
You gotta just try
Trust
it.
is strong. Trust is with us. She would not steer me wrong.
Okay.
So I had oysters on Friday, which were delicious, but I
Yeah.
swear, it made me sick. I was so sick.
They can. How many did you have?
3. But
That's
I'm
it?
thinking I probably had one that had a parasite in it or something. Who
Oh, that's
knows?
fun.
Yes, you did.
Do you
But
remember?
my body, like,
I only had 2.
From Vegas.
oh, that yeah. But I've had them, and they were fine. But it takes one. It just takes one. You know, they were
It does
fresh.
just take one. I can tell you
And-
that because same reason. My grandmother and I went to Hong Kong. We ate the same dinner on the last night we were there. We ate at like the hotel restaurant that night. And we ordered, just some Chinese food or whatever it was for that night. But they brought it in like little platters where you like take from the platter and put it on your plate.
Mhm.
It was between when I was not a vegetarian. So between my vegetarian years. And so we ate the same thing. One dish was pork, one dish was chicken. She and I pulled off the same dish. She had severe food poisoning.
Mhm.
Severe. And it was the night before we had to leave and fly back home. And it's a 13 and a half hour flight from Hong Kong to LA nonstop. So she was up all night puking. I like went to check on her and I was like, "Are you okay? Like, what happened?" And she's like, "I'm fine, just go to sleep." She's, generation don't watch me.
Mhm.
Don't even know that there's a problem. So please just go to sleep and leave me alone. I'm generation, how can I help you? Annoyingly. So here I am.
No,
Trying
when
to
I'm
help
sick,
her.
I'm
She's
like a
like, "Just
dying
go to
cat.
sleep."
When I'm
Yeah.
sick, leave me alone. And I crawl in a
Yeah.
corner and die by myself.
You might have been born in the 30s for real. But
Yeah, I don't like being bugged when I'm sick.
no, I do want to be left alone. But anyways, this was like extreme. Hers was pretty bad. And honestly, I really do think that she's just had like one bad piece of pork or one bad piece
Or
of
just
chicken.
there was something
We
in
ate
that
off
one
the same
bite.
thing, and she literally has like an iron stomach. Nothing fucks her up. She never gets cold. She doesn't get sick. She doesn't get the flu. Nothing. But she had like one piece of chicken or one piece of pork. I don't know what it was. I ate the same thing. I was fine. And I get sick from all kinds of shit. So I was quite surprised that it wasn't me. I felt so bad. She had to sit on that flight for 2.5 hours just feeling like death.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I've had the food poisoning so bad where you're on the toilet and it's coming out that end and this end at the same
That
time. Where you
happened
got
to
the
me.
trash can in front of you.
All had that, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what happened to me on Friday night.
Yeah.
Where
That's the
there
food.
was a cup in the bathroom and I'm looking at it. I'm like, that cup was there earlier. And like was mad. Like, why did somebody leave the cup in there? But I'm glad the cup was there because I used it.
Did it go to the other end or the front end?
What? It was simultaneously.
I
Yeah.
know. I know.
Yeah.
She's wondering which end you used it on.
But I was sitting down, I said. And then I had to wait.
She's like, oh my God, it's coming out. Imagine.
Right? So
Make that
I was
choice.
gonna do. But that was
Bridesmaids, where she jumped on the sink.
oh my goodness. That was like
Oh my God, Bridesmaids is still one of my favorites.
and that night I went out with Houston and 2 other people, and we all had the same exact thing. It was like a lot of family style stuff. That's why I can only relate it. I feel like it has to have been
Yeah.
that. No idea.
Well,
What
you
else.
notice when you get food poisoning, if you're not really quite sure kind of what it is, it's that one thing that you think about that makes you sick to your stomach. Like one day I remember obviously you eat multiple times in the day, but I kept thinking of like the shrimp or something that I had and it would just make me nauseous. And I'm like, that had to be what it is,
That happened to me with guacamole. I didn't eat guacamole for like 5 years.
I mean, that's happened to me with alcohol, and yet every time I think about alcohol, I don't get sick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about alcohol that does not affect me that way.
Dominic and I are probably the queen of puking after drinking too much.
But it's a different thing because like
We dethrone each other every time we drink. I
like
swear.
throwing up is throwing up, but like it's fun. It's like the food. It's like the cramping of your body. It's like
yeah, food poisoning
it's-
is not the same. Your body doesn't hurt after.
I have one by my toilet. Right next to my toilet, we have a trash can. And I got the bags in the cabinet where the sink is right there too, so I can grab one of those bad boys.
That's smart. I think I might have to do that from now on. Well, I do have a trash can, but it's like one's the lid, and I didn't think about it. I was sitting down, the cup was like directly in front of me. I'm like,
okay, this is TMI, but we're going there because we're talking about it.
Obviously.
I got food poisoning so bad one time, and during the meal of whatever it is that we ate, I had a large salad, like a starter salad or whatever. It is the worst thing to throw up lettuce because it comes up in like where you're kind of choking on it.
Wrong.
And then once I finally got it all out and realized I wasn't going to die, right? Because I thought, oh my God, they're going to find me with lettuce hanging out my mouth. This is the way I'm going. I went to blow my nose. Big ass leaf of lettuce comes out.
Oh,
I was like, oh, it was.
Did it come out all the way, or did you have to like help it out?
I just blew, and I felt like a chunk of boom, something, and I was like, oh my God, whole Caesar salad out the nose. I was like, I'm fucking done. So I learned to throw up kind of standing a little more upright, and I noticed when you do that, it doesn't go through your nasal passage. Little tips and tricks. Stick with me, folks. I'll help you out.
Life hack.
Oh my God. And hot dogs. Fucking hot dogs never like digest properly, and you get chunks of that.
They weren't created properly, so I would imagine they would not digest. Hold on. God. Ashley got food poisoning from bratwurst, and everything's going. My stomach does flips. Yes, girl. Smelling the thing that made you sick, and you know that's the thing that made you sick.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that's like me with Crown Royal.
Yeah.
I sniff Crown Royal, and I'm like, oh my God, I could throw up, and I haven't had anything to drink.
That's true. There are some alcohols I will not.
Probably the ones from your 21st birthday.
Probably. Not all of them, no.
See,
when
I smell
was
Red
mixed
Bull
with a few other things on her 21st birthday. It wasn't just
no, it was my 21st birthday, but continue.
And hers.
Oh, noodles. Yes. I had Kool-Aid one time, and I had gotten sick after with whatever, and I thought I was bleeding out my stomach.
Oh, nasty. Oh. Des is not enjoying this conversation.
See, yet. I smell Red Bull, and my stomach gets queasy because I swear I should have died from like alcohol poisoning multiple times.
It does not.
No, my face is the signal. My face.
Desiree's face is the signal. On that note, I'm done.
I love it.
So speaking of all this, the 7-layer bars that she made in the book.
Oh yeah.
Rebecca. So Nana makes those, but we call them vacuum cleaner cookies.
Why?
I think it was, in whatever magazine she probably got them out of years ago. They called them vacuum cleaner cookies. It's supposed to be kind of like a everything you have in the pantry type of cookie because it's coconut and you have like your little crust bottom and then chocolate chips, condensed milk,
like all the leftovers that like
everything you suck up. Yeah, I guess I don't know, but we grew up eating vacuum cleaner cookies, and we would get so freaking excited when she made them. So when she said she came home and saw a plate of that, but I was like, how do you leave out the chocolate chips? Like, Vivian,
well, we know why.
You're a bitch.
What, Dominique? Go.
I said, well, we know why now, though. Because the chocolate factory, right? She does not want to smell chocolate anymore.
Thank you.
Well, you don't let the whole rest of the family suffer.
She wants everybody to suffer with her. That's why she told her daughter.
Oh my God, I love it. Thank you. Exactly. Like, you don't have to confide in your fucking kid. You don't have to say shit.
If you don't want to bake with chocolate, don't even make it. If Nana would have made them fucking vacuum cleaner cookies without chocolate chips, I'd have been like, Nana, just next time, don't even fucking bake it. I would have. As a matter of fact, Nana, I would have. No, I'm just kidding.
Like that.
You throw the whole platter. Get shit out of my face.
Nana is this big, but she would have fucked on up if she.
Nana would have fucked me up. Ooh, police would have been like, who beat you up? That little midget over there.
My grandmother.
Oh,
No,
motherfucker,
CPS
Nana,
would
you
not
eat
have
that
believed
shit, and you're
me.
like, "Thank you, Nana."
No, Anna was like this big, and Nana's like this big, and CPS would not have ever believed her.
No.
Not have ever.
Nope.
Even though it would have been true.
Yep. Nana fucked me up.
Bitch move to leave out the chocolate. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my
If a
god.
recipe includes chocolate and you cut it out, like, is it
Sacrilegious. You don't do that
Yeah.
shit.
I was gonna
How
say.
dare you? You double it, if anything. Do not remove. You do not
You
remove.
can't fuck up chocolate by doubling it, but you could definitely fuck up like a recipe by taking out chocolate.
I thought it was funny how it was in there, and then she just like crossed out. She was like, "No."
Well,
How
Nana
was
used
that
to
red?
make her
Was it-
chocolate chip cookies and put like half a bag of the chips in there. And me and the twins were like, you missed the other half. Put the whole shit in. Like, what
are
do
you
you
gonna do with those? She's
what
like,
the
I'm
hell
gonna
you
make
trying
you
to do?
twice, honey. And
Yeah,
she's
like we're not
put it in-
rationing here. We're not in a recession. Put
How
that
was
shit in
how
there.
was the audio for that part though? Did it say like crossed out, or how did that translate in the audio?
Yeah, I know. It just says everything.
Oh, but not with it crossed out, the chocolate.
I don't remember.
So in reading it, it showed the ingredients and it's like
Mhm.
crossed it out, obviously, because she was mad at the chocolate. But I was just curious. I'll listen to it.
Like, does it read the recipe card in the audio the way we
Yeah,
can read
I
it in
have
the
to get
book?
back.
The recipe.
Huh?
She reads the recipe card.
Oh, okay.
But then she say cross out.
I just
or-
don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Why don't? Yeah, I don't either.
I was
Desiree.
in the car listening, and the kids were being fucking insane.
No, it doesn't matter. I was here sitting by myself listening, and I don't remember if they crossed out chocolate. There are two other listeners, Vanessa,
Yes.
Jessica. Y'all are listening. What happened there? Because I don't remember. Our reading comprehension is not good. I could blame it on at least one of our parents. Probably not.
Well,
the
I
other.
had just eaten a really good dinner, and then I was sitting in the car getting tired, and they were being ridiculous. So
I like a private investigator too. Let's see. I think I need to hire this private investigator. If it means I'll stop wanting to eat chocolate.
like, what do you have to live for at that
You
point?
just have to go get bad news in the chocolate factory, evidently. That's
Yeah,
all.
just get the bad news. Like wait for like a really wait for some blood work, and every time you go to the chocolate factory.
I have an idea. Go get your scent jar from May. Put chocolate in it.
May
And
last year.
Something bad happens. Open that jar. You'll never want chocolate again.
Well,
You'll
I mean-
remember it, and you'll never want chocolate again.
You tell her to stop.
Either that or eat the chocolate until you throw up. Then you'll never want it again.
Oh my god. Said no one ever.
she
Wow.
said no, I'll just stay chunky. I love
Thank
her.
you. Thank
Thank you.
Listen, I have nothing.
I just had a piece of this chocolate.
Literally, you bitches!
What
Look at
is
these
this?
two!
Wow.
How many?
I don't
The
have
fuck
any
are
near
we
me.
doing with our life? These bitches have like chocolate with raspberry cream filling.
I like the raspberry.
Raspberry.
Is
She
it
got a
raspberry?
hint, and Mr.
Raspberry
Goodbar,
cream.
big. Mr. Goodbar is literally my favorite chocolate.
Look at how thick it is. It's so thick. It's so good.
Bitches.
Me too.
I don't have that near me.
Honey, what are we
I don't.
doing?
I don't know. Not living life to our fullest.
Listen, you give the baby what the baby wants, okay?
I think that's what you want.
Yeah, me too.
That's some gooey ass raspberry.
That does look good.
The kids.
Schnozberry.
Raspberry. There's a whole
Why
pack
don't
of
you
Hershey's.
tell her, Rebecca? Pretend.
I literally have 2 packs of Hershey's bars because I forgot I bought one for when I was gonna have a bunch of kids over and do
S'mores?
s'mores and stuff. So I bought a second one like a stupid ass. Those are not my problem. No, the like cake mix and brownie mix in the pantry. Those are the problem.
Ashley,
Which is so
Have you ever
weird.
had-
Salty bee. Not a
have
sweet.
you had the chocolate Babe Ruth bars? So bomb.
Chocolate baby Ruth bars versus what?
Oh no, Payday. I'm sorry, chocolate Payday bars.
Oh,
There
I
is
hear you.
chocolate.
There is chocolate around both of those. What do you
But like
mean?
a payday, you mean like a chocolate covered
Payday
payday?
is just peanuts.
Yeah, it's
And
just
it's
a
not like
nut.
the little nougat thing, but now they have
Right.
a chocolate payday. So the whole thing's dipped in chocolate. Oh my God, it's so good.
What?
Yeah.
Yum.
I have a death by chocolate cake in my kitchen too. That Sean made me make last
Okay,
night.
bitch, salty sweet is like, if you want me to enjoy sweet, there better be some salt in it. There better be. Like extra butter, salted butter.
I can too. Brownies.
Wreck a tray of brownies. Oh my God, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh man. She just skips the chocolate bits, doesn't even read it. I don't like that. You're right. She probably wait.
So
Is that what she did? She skipped it in reading like the narrator. She just like skipped it.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, she didn't. That was what I thought. Oh, thank you, Vanessa, for checking. This was what was confusing. Now it brings it back. She was reading this, that, and the other off the recipe, right? The narrator. And when she goes to chocolate, she stopped at chalk.
Okay.
And that was it. And then she skipped to the next thing. And I was like, okay, she called it chocolate because she was already just adding things from like the rest of the recipe. Now I understand why she did that. It was because she like stopped and was like, nah, fuck that.
Just like, oh.
Don't
Like,
use
ready to throw
chocolate.
up.
Loud. Ooh, good to know. Brought back a memory. Well done, bitch. Well done. I literally had a memory, a live memory occur. You
Memory
guys,
unlocked.
you guys.
oh my God. Almost died.
Who's running with Anna when you have a retreat?
Fuck.
Who's rooming with Anna? Desiree, because when she's pregnant, she doesn't stop burping.
It's,
A lot better.
no.
No.
The fuck? Why do I have to be dealing with that shit?
Also, I won't be pregnant then.
Right. Let's hope. Look at her.
What is your problem? Listen,
Wishing
Ian,
good
what's
thoughts.
you?
Who?
You.
What did I do?
Didn't you just say let's hope not when I said I won't be pregnant then?
Yeah, you said this is gonna be your last one, right?
Said that. Why are you putting jinxy shit out into the world?
I'm trying
Well,
to help
she's
you
just-
not be pregnant no more.
No more.
You put a TV in your room, bitch.
Literally drew.
Done. I am done.
We'll see.
We'll believe it when we see
drooled
it.
over this conversation. Oh my God. Y'all are too much. Oh man.
So rude. If I end up pregnant, you're in my fucking
Oh yeah, it's totally Anna's fault if that happens.
I am gonna
Pull it
shit
out.
in your sheets.
I'll pull it out. You ain't shitting in my bed.
Amber heard you.
I'm gonna change my name for the weekend.
Nice one, Anna.
I was saving that one just for you.
Baby Rebecca, I just don't want to be pregnant anymore. This has been hard.
Who's Amber?
Exactly. Amber Turd.
Desiree
Oh,
said she
you.
was gonna shit in your
Shitty sheets.
Cheerios.
Yeah. Shitty sheets over there.
She's gonna make you be in the delivery room and take the baby home.
That's
No,
As long as it ain't getting
we're
cut
doing
out
a
of me.
baby transfer, like here to there, super quick. Like,
Oh my God.
Smoothie shit.
Ah,
I am on my 4th biological child. We have 7.
yeah,
yeah,
seven.
take your time
You
to
heard
respond to that
right.
one.
Take your time. I took my time on that. I just wanted y'all to digest it.
We've got boy, girl.
Have you
boy,
seen that movie
girl,
Cheaper by the
boy.
Dozen?
That's where she's going.
She's going to be the sequel. There There you go.
I would call that cheaper by the dozen.
That was cute though. How she said her last one. That was cute.
Until her husband gets in trouble and is like, "Let me impregnate you again." Circle dot. Gotta avoid this baby. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I don't want it either. No, none of that. My friend at work has 6 of her own, and they're all nopes.
That's one of our friends has
Girls
5, and they're all girls, ranging from I think like 18 months to 2 to like 22.
So my dad's best friend had 3 girls. And my mom and dad had already had me. So I was like, what, 2.5 or 3? And my mom was pregnant. And he was talking shit, telling his friend, oh, watch, I'm going to show you how, a real man makes a boy. Twin girls. Twin girls.
That's funny.
When my mom had him. Yeah, his friend never let him live it down. He's like, so when are you going to show me? Yeah. 3 girls, both of them.
Can you imagine?
Oh, no.
Like you just got 6 girls that are damn, they really enjoy each other's company.
No.
Like
They must be bored or they don't have a TV in their room.
No, you know what it is when their kids are sleeping, they need some relief.
What'd you say?
I don't have a TV in my room.
Exactly. If you put one in there, maybe you'd be doing less of other shit and you'd be watching the news or keeping yourself occupied some other way.
Nope.
I'm rarely in my room.
Well, it doesn't seem that way.
Okay. Is the girl who hangs out in her garage a little much?
Hey, that's just sometimes when you want to spice it up. That's just sometimes when you want to spice,
Exactly.
Right? A little splinter in the ass never hurt nobody.
Ow!
Splinter in the
Is it
ass?
on or in?
On the ass.
Oh, on.
Splinter on the ass. Oh, Shark Week in that house must be fun. Holy shit. Right? Well, they're only 8. So
yeah,
the oldest is 8, which means they haven't even started. Can you imagine having 6 girls on their period when they all sync up and then your wife? Like that, you shouldn't have done that.
I'm thinking after like my 4th girl, I would have been like, you know what? I just don't think it's in the cards.
Maybe it's not about pushing a boy out. Maybe it's just we want a big family.
No. No.
I ended up having 2 more girls instead of 2 more boys.
Anna keeps the extra batteries.
Where her plethora of USB cords are.
You gotta hang them up somewhere.
It looks like a John Wick closet when you open it up.
It's mixed in with all of our paintball camping gear.
Please stop calling it camping when you know y'all don't know how to camp.
Who?
You and your glamper.
Fuck you, glamping. We straight camp and you know it.
Sean camps or glamps?
He camps.
I want to know.
We don't have a camper. We don't have anything with showers and electricity and shit, but we know how to hook it up. We can rough it with the best.
Hook it up. Exactly. Now.
What?
I remember when we years ago.
No, you want me to do fucking naked and afraid. That's different. I'm not going to go naked and afraid camping, bitch. But we set up our tent. We have our outdoor cooking area. We have a little lantern inside. It's all right.
We asked them so many years ago to go camping, and you should have heard her talk about Sean. Sean go camping. What? He might glamp. And then I was like, no, he'd probably go camping.
Well, no.
She's like, no, he will not. For years, they went on and on and on about this. And I was very surprised to find out that they actually did end up camping. It might be a little bougier than most people camp, but he still did
camp. But he does have to have a shower and bathroom accessible. You guys already know. I talk about it a lot. Sean is just a very clean guy. He has to be able to take a shower and go take a shit where it's not in a hole in the ground. That's fine. But other than that, we have a campsite. We don't stay in a cabin. We don't have a camper or motorhome or whatever. So, you know.
Yeah. No, I was very surprised because I do remember
this
many
bitch wants to
ago,
fucking have me jump out of a helicopter with a parachute and then
No,
just
I
rough it
remember
from a Cliff Bar for 2 weeks. No.
I remember too many years ago, we did ask them if they wanted to go camping. We did beach camping and stuff. We asked them if they wanted to go, and she was like, "No, Sean's not going to do that." That was a lot of years ago, though. That was pre other kids. It was when we just had Aiden. So
I want to go camping with Dominique. They have like a legit refrigerator and freezer
in their truck. I know.
But we've been going camping every year. This will be the first year this summer that we haven't gone camping in the last Presley 6. So 4 years?
Yeah, I was gonna say she was 2, I think, when you guys went.
Yeah.
First. Yeah. We have not gone to go. Every time we've gone to book, it's been like overly booked. Like all the campsites in California get booked like 6 months in advance.
It's so frustrating.
That's when we normally book it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We book it
through
in March.
Reservation America.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes people, you know, what do you call it? Will cancel last minute. One of those things that but you have to be diligent, like looking at it like every day.
Yeah,
there's a time for that.
Yeah. People cancel, but they do say like you're better off if like you can spare the time and stuff to just like show up. And I'm like, who the fuck can just show up?
Well, you know what's because that could be scary. Because like, what if you show up
and then you're stuck like paying 8 times as much for a hotel local because you went so far away from the house,
right? Because we went to during the height of COVID, we did go to Kern.
Recreation.gov. Is that better than Reserve America?
Do the same thing?
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought they were connected, but maybe not. Damn, your chocolate looks good.
So there is still some places that have like a first come first serve, but that again is scary. Like, what happens if it is fully?
Then you end up at a campsite full of bees and dirt.
Oh, I've been at some bad campsites.
And your tent is on a hill. Don't forget that.
Oh no.
We had a campsite on a cliff once.
And then somebody or something puts a big fucking hole in the side of your tent.
I don't remember that.
I think it might have been a dog.
I didn't have my dogs.
Then it was a kid. One of your crew busted through the side of the tent and like broke the zipper, and we had to tape it.
I don't remember that. Was that at the cabin or when we were
No, that was at that shit ass camping site in like where the fuck was it? Ventura. Dirt from hell. That's all I remember.
So the first year we went camping, we had my in-laws go because they always come with us, and we had Sean's cousin and his wife go, right?
Good night, Ashley.
Good night. We bought our new tent. You know, my in-laws had their tent, and we had an extra tent that we brought for his cousin and his wife. So our tent, of course, was like the 3-bedroom tent. We had our air mattresses in there, you know, with our sleeping bags, whatever. And then my in-laws, their tent ends up looking like a hotel room because my mother-in-law has like this little crate thing that she brings that looks like a nightstand, and she's got her little portable toilet in there, and she's got her whole shit set up. It looks like you're walking into the hotel room. And she has a fan and all kinds of shit, right? And then the tent that we gave to his cousin ended up being half broken. The zipper wasn't working on one of the doors. They had no fan in there, right? So he was laughing. He goes, fuck you guys. He goes, Isabel and Richard fucking in PV with their tent. You guys look like you're part of bougie part of Torrance. He goes, we're over here in Watts.
Oh, wow.
With the roof coming in and the fucking zipper broken. I'll never forget it. We were dying.
Damn, Mom, why you gotta come to her rescue? I was trying to blame her kids. My mom's dog and Sherry's dog busted through the tent, not Desiree's kids. Fine. Fuck it.
You guys put like nameplates on your tent that says little PV or
Hey, next year we're gonna have to do that. We fucking died. It was so funny. We had such a good time though.
What you need to do is set up like sitting areas and loos for those too. Like
Oh my
you dig a hole in the ground and you leave like a pile of dirt. When you shit, cover it. And then like
Yeah, okay.
for the like bougier, you'll have like a sit upon, but like maybe like a low, like maybe your face is visible. And then for like the richies, you gotta have like a full coverage, like loo, like
we have a poop tent.
yeah, she said she's got a poop
Yeah,
tent.
we have a pop-up like changing tent, but you can use it as that.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god, but we
like
have
a
so much fun. We go. We have such a big group that goes. We went last year with my sisters and my nieces. Oh my god, we had so much fun.
After I can't do tent camping anymore after having a camper. Oh, like a vehicle camper. Okay, I see. Kids back from the lake, gotta go. Oh, well, enjoy the New Mexico lakes and your sweltering heat and aliens.
I didn't even know they had those.
We went to Glamis.
Is there water in New Mexico? Weird.
Water?
Like anywhere?
Anywhere.
We're getting ready to go to Utah in September.
Are you gonna camp there?
No. Desi has a 2-day tournament
Mm.
in Utah. And it's cool because it's right at the border where I'm not sure how many miles over it is, but it's the corner point to where you can be in the 3 states.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, California, Utah. Yeah.
Fun.
Oh, no, Nevada, Arizona, Utah. No.
Colorado.
No. It's the bottom part. So it's Utah. Yeah, Utah, Arizona, Nevada.
Let me see. Pull the map.
Fuck it. I don't know. Some 3.
It's in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's in the United States. I love the bitches that we have here. Oh my god, y'all have some fun stories, I gotta say. You can't get on the ground anymore, so tent camping is out, bitch. Like, right?
You get a cot. When I used to go with my friend's dad, he would buy cots, and then you put the air mattresses on the cot, and then your sleeping bags, and then you feel like you're up on a raised bed. That is the best.
Yeah, what you can do is if you're sharing with somebody, you get like 2 cots and stick them together, and then you put a big blow up across the 2, and then you're gonna go. But
we have a queen size cot that you put a.
Yeah.
We're all within the same 10-year age range, so basically none of us are sleeping on the floor. No, that's for kids.
I don't even like to sit on the floor.
Well, we went from that queen cot that we put our air mattress on back to the floor, but we got this like awesome air mattress. It's like half foam, half air. It's little, but it is freaking comfortable. I fall asleep on that one.
Sounds good.
What?
I don't like to sit on the floor.
See me when I sit on the
look,
shower floor. How long
Mom.
did you get up?
Mom, this phrase alone is enough.
Idaho?
Like, it needs a sentence. Idaho?
Idaho.
Yeah.
Out of pimp. Poor mom. Basically, fuck the floor.
And that's where it happens, and that's how the baby was made.
Oh, Jessica spent too many years sleeping on cots. Yeah, I mean, cots now, like you can get cots that have like an inflatable like top on it. Ooh, I mean, they're not cheap, but if you're done with cots and you want to go camping's fun. It's like you got to get the ones that have that like really cool like a self-inflating like bed top on it.
So next month, Houston and I and a couple people are going backpacking.
Are you?
For 4 days. We're walking every 4 days with just backpacks. So everything we have to carry.
So you're gonna like pack up and then travel on feet. Weird. And then sleep somewhere and then pack up and travel on feet again?
Mm-hmm.
For 3 more days.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like travel in for 2 days and then travel back for 2 days? Or do you, is it
Yeah,
a
like
loop?
we.
Or is
No,
it
it's not a
loop?
loop. We go in and then go out, and it's like I've never done this before.
It's going?
No.
Oh, okay.
That just doesn't even sound like fun to me.
No, sorry, I'm not
And
jealous of
then
that at
he's
all.
getting me this thing called what's it called? Where did he leave?
Sounds like a really nice vacay chore.
It's
Why California works for Dominique.
Your husband is this big. Does he not understand that there are human beings
Everything
larger
that is
than that?
around her and available, with the beach and the snow and the sand and the mountains. Dominique, really, you do it all, and
we
it
do
just
utilize it.
lost me just to listen to it because I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. That's too much work.
Listening about your trips makes me tired. Like she went hiking up here where I live in
so much
PV,
fun,
and
but-
I was tired about that story.
That my toenails fell off from that because that was like a 21 mile.
Mile, is that what you said?
21.
Look.
21.
My
Anything
toenails
I'm
fell off
doing
because
where
of
my
all the
toenails fall off?
constant
Wait, did
walking.
you have acrylics on?
No, there was my actual toenail. I glued on like
Yeah, I'm
CVS
good.
sells
I'm gonna
fake toenails,
re-put this one up. Yeah, I'm good.
and I glued it on afterwards.
That's why you got to read the fine print. See, you sign up for these expeditions, but
With
no
your
one tells
sisters.
you possible loss of toenails. No, thank you.
Well, I
I'm
didn't
good.
sign
No,
up. That was
this is if you're going-
my friend's idea.
If you're going anywhere with her sisters, fine print. It's the same.
I asked for a brochure. I want a travel itinerary. I need to know all the details now.
You need reviews on hotel stays. You need to know what kind of vehicle you're going to be in.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
If it's
when
the
I
bed
was
of a
not
truck,
as heavy as I am now, I did a
No.
lot of hiking though, and I never lost my toenails, so that's a first. Maybe were the shoes too small? Like, were you binding?
No,
your feet
it was
or something?
no. So it was because it was 21 miles of pressure.
Right.
Jesus, sounds fun. Minus.
So I think I was like, dude, like, why do they fall off? But I think it was just like the constant for that length of time.
I don't like shoes, so
I know people that hike without shoes.
Des could barefoot that hike.
I know people that do that. How long did it take?
I'm sure we could find a Bigfoot trail for you, Desiree, that you can go on and just fucking barefoot and cockeyed nipples hanging and just have at it.
exactly. I told him that. I was like, "You're fucking making my nipples
She's
all
like,
lumpy
"North
up."
is this
I was
way."
8 hours. About 8 hours it took.
Yeah, like at least straight out. Come on.
I mean, honestly, like if I were there, I would have at least evened out your nips so that like they could have been nice.
I was sitting there like this. He was all, "Do you want 18-year-old
Hey,
or 37-year-old tits?"
That was with your arms up.
Oh, wow.
I did. It was easier to stay out of the way from like it on the side. Do that in the other ones, just this one.
It looked very relaxed.
Yeah, her arms
That's
up.
what I said to Emmanuel. I was very unhappy.
You're mad at your
But
husband.
listen.
Where your nipples fall.
As Nana would say, when you talk about like yourself in photos, but that's what you look like. So it is what it is. That's your body.
What are you doing?
You know, that's your body. You know, your kid needs to know, look, this is mom's
No,
body.
if I wanted Picasso, I would have asked for a painting.
Listen, if
I
that's
was looking for.
he was confused. He didn't
I
know
was
which one was
looking for
looking
a
at him, looking
sculpture.
away. He didn't know where, you know.
No.
Look, what he did was what had happened was, right? Where he was like laying on the layers, but he probably had like one knee up and like one knee on the ground, and that made him wonky. So he
thought they were looking straight at him, you know. I don't
wonky.
know.
He wasn't sure.
He was standing the whole time.
Okay, well, sometimes you just can't fix.
Tell him next time, like
Okay.
close one eye and see if they line up. Like maybe take a. You know what? He's a tools guy. Tell him to break out the level.
I was like, do I need a flick? I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my god.
All right, Dominique, how long did it take you?
Houston said about 8 hours. I'm trying to look up.
5 miles only took you 8 hours?
I don't know. I'm trying to find.
The marathon is 26.5, and unless you were running,
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. See if
8
I can
hours
find-
seems well short.
Maybe it was 12.
I remember you telling us about it. I remember that. We've heard about this.
No, but that sounds about right because you can do like a 5K in less than an hour. That's 3 miles.
Hmm.
Do you think you're gonna
If
keep?
you're running that though.
No, I've done the 5Ks where we're just walking and it's less than an hour.
But you're not like
And then
casual.
you do that.
Right, but this is 21 miles. Is that what you said?
Right, but I'm saying
I
3
thought it
miles
was.
at an hour. So that's already what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 18. 18 miles is about 5 hours. Yeah,
I
you could
feel
do
like
it in 8.
you'll lose some gumption
You
along
lose
the way.
toenails.
Look,
That's what
when
you lose.
you're coming to that point where you're coming back, trust me, the gumption picks up because you want to get that shit over with.
Yeah, at the end, you're like let's go.
Well, there you go. Look at that. That would be less than 7 hours. Well, honestly, we can always rely on Rebecca when she actually shows up to these.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I love the shit out of you. We're roomies in the future, yes. She's
see,
like,
Gretchen,
fuck that girl.
consistency.
Fuck that girl. Fuck her.
No,
What the hell
I'm
is
never going to
that?
be texting with you about Ireland later because we're just going to show up at your trip.
I'm not going with you
Hey, now.
because they were speed hiking.
Desiree says if you say the word hiking, I'm not there.
No.
So that's all we got to do is call our retreat a hike. Novel bitches hike.
I'll be in the glamper.
We'll be like, where's she at? Why didn't she come?
Here when you get back.
Okay, so that's what we did.
They were speed hiking. Look at that.
That's a country in Africa. I
So
don't
that's
know.
I live
that was
right here.
20.
Hold on. I live right there. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
So it's 20.43 miles, but I don't have a. Let me see what day was that?
Wow.
That's a negative. Don't put me in
Desiree's
charge
gonna
of
be
that cart.
Beverly
Troop,
Hills,
what
and
is
she's gonna
it?
have like a broken ankle.
Don't put me in charge of the
Beverly
cart.
Hills.
What is it? Troop what?
Beverly Hills.
Troop Beverly Hills.
I love that movie.
Thank you. It is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mhm.
I don't know if they'll remake it and it'll be better. I think that they'll just ruin it.
No, I think they could do that one funny because it would be like a whole different era. It wouldn't be like.
That can be redone. I agree. Some of us are messed up physically.
By messed up
hiking
physically,
is not for
means that we just don't do walking.
hiking is not for everyone. That's fine. Walking even is not for everyone. That's okay. Do you, boo.
I will walk to the beach after I've driven there, and then I will walk back.
See,
But
walking
she's
is
still gonna
an
make you
exhaust.
think having to go across the sand until she gets to the harder part where she could just look at that. Oh my god, I was kidding.
And is like very pregnant. Oh my god, it takes so much effort to walk across.
Oh well, I wouldn't know. I haven't attempted. I might.
Down the hill accidentally. She loves me.
Just have Leo like wrap around your waist, arms and legs like wrapped around you, and then go walk in the sand.
Okay, Leo's like 52 pounds.
I
weight do
kid
you
you
think
not, I
people
have
gain when they're
gained at
pregnant?
least 50 pounds.
People gain 52 pounds when they're pregnant.
Well,
Look, I don't know a lot about
Why?
pregnancy. I've never had to do it.
That's so rude. Why do you sound so surprised? Like I've gained at least 50 pounds this time.
Oh, I gained 50. That's how
I'm
much I.
Gain more than that.
Avery.
Oh my god, I'm actually in complete shock right now. Just so you guys know. Like,
You know what? And then when I
Why?
gave birth, I was like, okay, she weighed this much, and then okay, so I should weigh less, and then the next I weighed exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally lost 8 pounds.
and you weren't 8 pounds later.
Nope.
I
See,
try
but
that when I
you-
like in the morning when I go and weigh myself, and then I try to take a dump and a pee,
And then you go back
and
on.
then I weigh myself after, and I weigh more. I don't understand that.
Yeah. I was like, what is my body doing that created extra weight?
See,
I
I
don't-
gained like 50 with Avery, but I lost 20 immediately.
Yeah.
You're also younger. I think that does play a role.
Oh my god, y'all! You can actually. Some people gain like 100.
Kate Hudson, all 3 of her babies gained 100 pounds each time. She even talked about it.
Mm.
And she's tiny.
It's crazy.
My chest hurts. I have anxiety about this.
This is why I have not stepped on the scale. Because at that point, I gained like 35 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told Manuel, when I go into labor, I'm going to step on the scale and turn around. You don't say that number out loud. When it's time to start losing weight, I'm going to want that number at some point.
Why do you guys do this? I gained 100 pounds in like cribs and furniture.
Yeah, no.
Dude, yes. Caitlin, see this too with Ben, I did.
While you're I thought you were supposed to lose weight while you're nursing.
Shut your dirty mouth.
No, that's fake.
This is literally what Desiree has told me.
With Avery, I did. With Lily, I did.
Some everybody's are different.
Yeah.
It depends on
And
what your body's doing.
Contract your uterus back a lot quicker too.
Yeah,
That is true.
The afterbirth pains from nursing with the bringing it all. It's
You
worse.
guys don't really sell like having children.
No, you're good. You're good. You'll be here. It'll be fine.
Are you
She's
sure?
cute. She thought you only gained like what the baby weight. That's cute.
Some people do.
No,
My mom was
I didn't. I thought it was like maybe 25.
And some do. So with Desi, I think I only gained about 20 pounds because he took everything I had.
But you also lost weight while you're pregnant with him, right? Yeah.
Right. So it just depends on the person. But then see a lot of people too, like Claudia, when she got pregnant with G, she got really big, but she's like using the baby like, oh, I'm just craving this, or well, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat whatever. Well, you start doing that,
Mm-hmm.
you're just packing on the weight and packing on the weight. I mean, and then it catches up to you real quick. But I was eating very healthy when I was pregnant with Desi. Even with Presley, I tried to just really eat because I thought of everything I eat is going to my kid, you know.
Yeah.
They say only like not even a quarter of what you eat.
Hungry all the time.
You only need to eat
keep any of it.
300
you
calories
don't
extra.
have to eat an immense amount of food like
20 to 30 is like what's recommended, and y'all say that people can gain from like 50 to 100, like a whole child.
Well, like I was saying, people will find excuses, but they say you only need to eat like 200 to 300 calories extra.
Yeah,
and I don't
you only really need to eat like a few bites extra each meal. You don't need to eat a whole nother meal.
Caitlin weighed less at delivery than conception.
Oh yeah, see, 300.
Yeah, see, I came out weighing less right after I gave birth than when I went in for my first checkup.
Wow, well, somebody fucked her pounds off and then gained like 40, 60 while nursing. Does nursing make you like hella hungry? Like,
yeah, because your body is working.
Weird.
Again, everything that you're eating literally goes to baby first. You're getting what's left over for all the vitamins and minerals and like literally everything. That's why like every time I've been pregnant, my teeth go to shit and I brush twice a day, floss every day.
It says hella hungry. No, y'all.
My gums would bleed when I would brush.
Really bad.
Gums will bleed. This conversation is birth control.
I know, right? Like, let's get all the teenagers in here.
Yeah.
No, my kids know. My kids know this shit's not glamorous. My kids have been there holding.
I mean, all they have to do is see you any day pregnant ever, and they're like, "Nah, dog, I'm cool."
So you know what Preston told me yesterday? That she's not having kids, and I said, "But why? I want grandkids." And she goes, "I'm not having them, Mom, because I'm not going to go and get my stomach cut open and be in the hospital for 2 days." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "No, I'm not doing all that, Mom." And I go, "But if I didn't do it, you wouldn't be here." And she's like, "Well, maybe I'll have kids, but they're not going to come out of my body." I was dying. I was like, "All right,
same.
Yeah.
Same. Tell her. Auntie Tasha says same.
Yeah.
Just go get some. Go get.
This is a 6-year-old little girl. I was dying.
Tell her I agree. Go get some instead. Like their families are made plenty of ways.
That's what Nara used to say when she was younger, but she's changed her mind.
I haven't. I wrote a note to my mom when I was 17 that I was never going to have children. I said, it's awful. I'm never going to do this. I don't want to deal with having to deal with what you deal with. It's
But you
not
still
gonna.
have them.
But I said, most importantly, I will never have children. And I have not. That did not change. I wrote her a note when I was 17. I said, it sounds terrible. You're not going to sell me on it. I'm never going to do this. And look, I am.
Why did you
40,
send her that note? Like, what came about? You
And
just
then
felt
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank
Happy
you
Mother's
for
Day.
being my mommy. I don't know how you did it. Yeah.
See,
I don't know what brought it up.
opposite.
She was just talking to me. I don't know, just talking, chatting with me. And I was like, no, that's never going to happen. She's like, oh, I don't believe that. And I was like, bitch, I'm going to write you a note and sign it for blood. And
okay, that's how that came about.
yeah. And I, for real, still have not actually had a kid. So here we are. I was not lying when I said I did not want to do that. Still don't.
I always wanted to be a mom.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about being a mom.
I always wanted to have kids.
No. These are separate things. Being a mom and having children.
I know. I always wanted to have kids.
You wanted to birth a child. You wanted to grow.
I was always deathly afraid of giving birth, but I always wanted to have kids. But I'm glad that my births happened the way they did. You know what I mean?
No.
I didn't have the trauma of like active painful labor. You know what I mean? Like it was good for me. I'm happy with
You
how
just
it
had an entirely active, painful
What?
pregnancy.
I had migraines the first 3 months. That was it. I never had anything
Bitch,
else.
you had numbing in your whole side.
That's okay. Then I was on a fucking early maternity leave. Yeah, that's all right. Play that up to get off work early.
It was a benefit.
I'm like, look, doctor, I'm working on concrete all day, and my leg goes numb every now and then because I got a moose on my sciatic. Okay, so he put me out in July, and I didn't have her till October.
But she was not like a.
No, she was heavy. Thank God it was during the warm months, because that last month, we would go to my in-laws pool every night, and I would just sit on the stairs, be in the water, and it would take like the pressure off.
I loved being in the water.
It wasn't painful. It was just an uncomfortable, like you can't get your body comfortable. You know, but it didn't hurt. I never had pressure down there. I never, with Desi, my shit was like this before my surgery, and the nurse is like, oh, like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, what? She's like, and she shows me the paper, and she's like, you're in like active labor. And I was like, I don't feel anything. I'm like, my stomach feels hard, but I don't feel nothing. I felt no pain. She was just in shock. I'm like,
no,
yeah,
no jealousy here, y'all. I mean,
I was with Erica through all her labor at home.
I know, right, Caitlin? Like, you know, this is every labor story. Like, even someone who goes, yeah, I went into labor and I just had a kid, and like I sneezed and they were out. Like, my face is the same. I'm like, you did a whole lot of, your vagina did it. What? Like, you, what? No, some things are just foreign. This is literally like alien to me.
Yeah, it won't be.
So this will be interesting.
Right? When Desiree's in there, like, I'm calm, and I'm like, but I know.
It's just a weird feeling.
It won't be like that. I'm chill as fuck when somebody else is going through some shit. I just can't picture it for myself.
Yeah. It still sucks because you're trying to comfort them. Like when I was with Erica, you're trying to comfort them so much, and you want to take the pain away, and you want to do something that makes them feel better, but you can't. And so it's like, you feel like you're bothering them, but at the same time, they don't want you to not be there. You know, it's just really weird. That's how it was for me. Like I would not
know. I have not ever been there for this whole thing. So
Dominique did the Bradley method with her first baby and had a natural birth.
So you
And
go through we go through a coaching process with the husband, or the husband goes through a coaching process where you lay down and you kind of learn. They learn
exercises.
what works for you, what calms you down for like a few months.
Okay.
Because like we said, like what works for somebody doesn't work for another. So you kind of like
You get to like yell at them like that's not fucking calming.
So the Bradley teacher did like laugh at you, so what he said at one point. But so what you would do is like you tense like part of your body, and then they'd have to like try to find out where you were tense. And then we had to figure out what did we like for them to help get that tense
Okay.
away, to relax.
Okay.
See, this is why I'm glad I didn't have to go through labor and a natural birth, because I'm telling you, it's just like when I'm sick. When I'm in pain and shit like that, leave me the fuck alone. If Sean, God bless him, would have tried to like rub my shoulders, I would just be like, get off.
Yeah.
Like, let me be.
That's what it was about. It was about
I'm a very solo cholo when it comes to that shit. I got this. Yeah.
Do you want a hug? No, I don't. I don't want a hug.
Well,
we went for the hospital tour when I was pregnant with Desi, right? Before you're supposed to do like your Lamaze shit. And when we went into the room and they showed me how the bed changes and the shit drops out, and that's where I almost passed out. I was like, I changed my mind and I'm not doing this. And I'm so glad I didn't have to.
So I did see a Bradley video, which I thought was like, oh my gosh, you're nuts. This woman had wanted her like whole family and extended family in the room with her, with everybody's hand on her, like everybody. That calmed her down. I'm thinking like
that gives me anxiety right now thinking about it.
No, me too. I didn't like my mom. She was so nice. She like came in the room and was like starting to unpack my bag and started hanging the clothes up and I'm like, Mom, like,
yeah, like you just don't want to see nobody do nothing.
Yeah. So I'm like, the dog at home, can you go take care of him? I think we forgot something. Because I just wanted it quiet, and Houston knew what I wanted. He just sat there, like again, we did like a training for a couple months for him to know
how did that go?
Good. It went, yeah.
It's amazing. Seriously, like Dominique is why my last two births have been how they've been, is because of her experience with the Bradley method. And so like Emmanuel literally tells everyone about it. And then one of my girlfriends here too, I told her about it, and she knew someone who was a teacher, so they did it virtually, and it was amazing for her. She had a home birth and everything was good and amazing, and it puts you in a different mindset. Like the way that you're talking is like everybody thinks about it like, oh, it's pain, but the uterus is a muscle. So like Dominique said, you think about it contracting and then you have to figure out how it relaxes. But the point is for the bag of muscles, they call it, right, is for it to contract, to,
yeah. And then when you're like frustrated or fearful, you're tensing your body. And when you're tensing your body, everything is more painful. So that's the reason why they want to look for your tenseness to relax your every part of your body.
I get really bad uterus cramps with my internal endometriosis. Like it feels like a Charlie horse in my uterus. It just gets tight and it feels like it's so painful. And there's been times where, like I said, they want to comfort you, but get off. Like I can't, I don't need that. I have to crouch down. Like I know now what my body needs, like what position I have to get into to help it relax and relieve some of that pressure. But it's like, oh, I just can't. But that's just me. I just like to go through that shit by myself. I don't want hands on me. That's just me. Yeah. But it's painful. I mean, like that muscle contracting, it fucking hurts.
But it's also, again, it's like you take these classes, it's 12 weeks. It's not like 1 hour or 2 hours like Lamaze and they teach you how to hyperventilate. It's very
and like right. And they say, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but if you do this, it will hurt less.
Yeah. Well,
And they
to
do
each his own.
teach you like
How to
explain
remove
every
yourself from the pain.
every part of labor, because they teach you like, okay, you'll always get a break, you know, the pain, and then once that break comes, then that's where you relax your body, use that, feel that like moment of no
Oh my God, I
pain.
can't wait. This is going to be so fucking exciting for me next month. Oh, it's going to be so great.
I swear to God, picture her walking into the bathroom, like ready to run a marathon. She's got her sweatband
Right.
on,
Right.
got her towel,
Kind of like doing stretches.
Like a
water
coat,
bottle
like
is
a whistle.
What
Yeah.
I'm really gonna have? No, what I'm really gonna have is around my neck. I'm gonna have that like man's like mirror suction cup like beard trimmer neck.
Get a shield. Get a face shield.
Where you like suction cup it to the mirror and then you wrap it around your neck, and then men can like trim their beard so it doesn't make a mess. I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
Wrap it
that
around
thing.
my fucking thighs and my neck, and I'm gonna be like, I got you, baby.
Wear a
And I'm
shield.
gonna tell Manny to get the little fishnet in the back under the booty, and I'll be like, you have already had how many children? No, this is my first time catching baby.
Ben, did I tell you Ben wants to be in the bath? He wants to
I just
catch
want to
the
see
button.
her face as the baby is coming out,
It's
because
really good.
I wasn't even prepared
I
when I
was
was there with Erica's.
feeling,
Oh my God, I can't
I
wait.
was
She's gonna have a
feeling Ben.
person. A person will be there. You'll get to see it.
Yeah, we have a photographer, videographer, and I'm super excited.
Well, I saw your last video.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can see, like,
Yeah.
so
You
in
did
the
not see her last video.
Well, yes and no. That's the edited, very
Mhm.
quiet version of the video. I'm actually trying to get Emmanuel to locate the other one because I was curious.
The
as I
full
was,
length.
well, the actual
Unedited audio.
yes, because with listening to the Bradley, because I couldn't find my book, so I got it on Audible. Just listening to the chapters that apply. And so they're talking about the different types of labor and like, you know, the speed stir and the slow ones, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, I wonder, because when I went into labor, I text Tosh like 2 or 3 in the morning. I was like, dude, it's in my back. It's starting. She's like, bitch, go to sleep. I'm not there. And I couldn't. And so then I didn't have him till 12:30 that afternoon. But I didn't get in the water until like 90 minutes beforehand. But even then, in the video that you see on YouTube, in between all of this,
You're still frozen.
She's still what? Because you don't want to hear what I have to
Still
say.
what? I want to know.
internet right now.
Did
You
it
like-
really cut out? You cut out.
like
You
the
said,
What was the
best
last
moment.
thing you heard?
Like,
was
I
you
was
said-
still.
I
I was still like laughing and talking and interacting within those 90 minutes. So I was like, where was the hard labor where they're on top of each other? Like, how long was that labor? That's what I was curious about. Just because I remember talking through it. I remember laughing in that. I remember like interacting in those last 90 minutes where they're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, there was those moments that you were not contracting.
No, I know that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like where they talk about it, where you've reached that point of no return. Like, how long was that for me, actually?
Oh,
I have no idea, because when you were experiencing, it was the longest thing I've ever been through. I was like, oh my God.
I was just curious about that, just because I remember talking through a lot of this stuff and laughing through some contractions. Like when Tosh kept, where's the foghorn?
Yeah, I mean, she had to be on video with me watching this for the first time. So I've actually seen her give birth. I've just never really been there, and I've never experienced the whole thing. And it really was from like a camera across the room. And so it isn't the same. But it is not a quiet thing.
No.
I
Not quiet, but it's
because
not
I've
like
never experienced it. I just assumed it might have been like a little quieter, a bit like a more personal experience, instead of like your
That's
whole
cute.
neighborhood knows what's going on. And
Mhm.
Oh,
also,
I've warned my
watching,
neighbors. I'm like, if you hear screaming,
baby
you know it's
story.
time.
every farm surrounding had animals like on edge, you know,
No.
like I
She was
definitely
used to
didn't.
watching a baby story where they're just like, and then the baby's there.
That's what I
You
know
need to go
about.
watch Birthing in the Wild.
Well, like if a woman
That's
gives
how I was
birth
with
in the
Coco,
middle of the
though.
woods, does that woman make a
Loud?
sound? And
No,
she does.
like what Anna did. I was just kind of like, they were trying to slow Coco down. They were rolling me back and forth because I wasn't in the room. And they put me on my side. And I'm like, I know what you're doing. You're trying to slow it down, but she's like coming out right now. You're not slowing it down. I could birth her sideways. Anyway, like she's coming out.
That's how I was with Lily on my side.
You
My
just put
friend
your
went
hands
in.
below.
And she said 2 pushes, her kid was out. That's it. Like my friend, she went in and 2 pushes, kid was just done.
Damn, when they're ready to come, like they're just like, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Well, that's what happened with Coco. Like we got off the elevator and the doctor was there. He was like, hey, he looked at the nurses at the station and they're like, hey, get her a room right now. She's ready. Cause I told him, I was like, hey, she's coming. He's like, okay, cool. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs real quick. They're gonna get you a room. He's like, get her a room. She's in labor. And they laughed. And Houston's like, no, she really is. And they're like, oh, okay. And they just laughed and like, no, you'll know if she is. And we're like, yeah. Because every time I contracted, what I would do is I would get quiet, rest on him, and then after I'd get up or I'd be talking again. And that's when they put me in the one room where they like kind of check you. So they put me in the room. I'm starting labor, and then they come in and check me, and they're like, "Oh, you're having the baby right now." That's what we told you.
You mean what I said 30 minutes ago? Yeah, you're welcome.
So then at that point, they start bringing in all the equipment into that room because there's no time to move me. And that's when they were like rolling me back and forth to try to slow things down.
You're cute.
I'd
I
be
would have
like,
just got my fat ass on the nurse's station and be like, I'm birthing her right here, you bitch. You don't want to fucking listen? You're going to have my placenta all over your desk. Okay, you want to know my stupid ass? Oh my God.
I pushed for under 20 with all 3. Damn.
I showed up on my delivery days with platters of cookies and brownies
For the nurses?
and all cut for the nurses station because I'm smart. I said, you butter them up with goodies. They're going to take good care of you and your kid. And then leaving, I had prepackaged little gifts of candy with tags on them. So I had like peanut M&Ms and it says, thank you for taking care of our Presley. We're nuts about you. Right? Little catchy things like that. And I had them for all the nurses.
My dad brought 6 candy for the nurses. But then also I knew like Desiree and I, we know the one nurse there. So she like put a note in my file, like give her this room.
Oh, Debbie did that?
Yeah. Yeah, so I got the big room.
Oh, I had good rooms both times too.
I went to visit her with Presley and I was like, what the fucking suite is this? It was huge. Like 40 people could easily be
That's
in there.
what I liked about the Pedro. That's why I didn't mind having my birth at Pedro. But when they
space there, yeah.
But with Samus, they were starting to not. They wanted to do everything in Torrance, and I was like, no, I don't feel like being in the car for labor.
Oh my God. Well, not only that, I went to visit people who had kids at Torrance.
And you
it
don't
was like a prison cell.
It's not private, yeah.
I have Avery at Torrance.
Was it private?
Not like their room.
Yeah,
It was a private room.
That was in 2003 or something. 5, same number.
Oh yeah.
My mom had a horror story with me. She was like in a room with a bunch of women screaming.
Yeah.
That's the 80s.
It's so relaxing. Well, anyways, so y'all have some stories of experiences I will never in my life be envious of. Never.
No.
Never. I will never be envious of growing a whole human. I'm not going to be envious of having a child that looks, a little like me, a little like them. Don't give a half a fuck. I don't even give like an eighth of a fuck.
This would have made me angry as shit.
They dropped Sophia's placenta on the ground. Like it wasn't just her whole
You
house
heard
at
it
9 months. Bitch. Ooh. Mm-mm.
Oh, you did your splat.
So, what are we reading this week, guys? Nobody else is here.
23.
3 of you out there. 23 to 35. Stop when you hear 36 is coming. Y'all, Mark almost threw up. It was everywhere. Oh my God.
Oh.
Dominique, did you just cut it at home?
Yeah. We let it
Stop pulsing and everything.
it was in a bowl.
I'll
Wherever I
take
moved,
you
like there's a bowl
video.
following.
I'll do like my own little like video check-ins. Like that day, I'll be like,
Check our TikTok. It's gonna be live updates, guys.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, y'all just.
When I had the C-section, were you looking on the other side of the curtain at all?
Yeah.
What did you see? Like, what did you see? Did you see me opened up, or were you just watching when they pulled the kids out? Did you see inside, like all my gizzards and shit?
They don't pull your intestines out of the head.
It didn't gross you out? Did you see when they took like the afterbirth out and all that? Or no? Well, no, because after that, then he's like with the baby while they're weighing him and cleaning him up, and then he cuts the cord, and then he leaves with the kids while I'm still in there getting all my shit.
Right, gizzards.
All my gizzards.
You don't matter anymore.
Oh.
You don't matter no more, bitch.
Done.
That's what it feels like, because he goes with the baby, and then I'm just left in there to get stitched up and see
your
you when I see
guts
you.
are like out on a table and shit.
I know with Presley, I was so tired that I think I fell asleep. I don't even remember going from OR to the recovery room.
Well, you told me about her that it was just a relief to get her out of you.
Oh my God. Like when I tell you, it honestly felt like just a huge ball was removed from my abdomen, and I felt my whole stomach collapse. It was that drop. It was weird. And I could feel like the instruments like inside. It was
because you can't feel it, but you I know what you're talking about, like when you're numb and stuff, like
a weird feeling.
The pressure.
I think what it was too was because with Desi, you don't know what to expect, and so you're not as present in the moment. And with Presley, I did, so I think I was more present, and I kind of felt more, and I was more aware of things and all
the steps and what was.
She was a big one.
Desiree face looks like my face when anybody tells any birth story ever.
No, Presley.
No, because I've had babies, and so that to me sounds so
scary,
invasive, but B,
that
just
scares me.
terrible. Because with Ben and even Lily, like my recovery afterwards was so fast from having a natural birth versus having an epidural with Avery. Like it was just, it's night and day. And then
I didn't have bad recoveries. I didn't have bad recoveries. And because I had a spinal, it gives you more time, I think, before you do feel any discomfort. But like I took no pain pills. I took ibuprofen the first night. That was it. I was up and walking, getting myself in and out of bed, took a shower. Like I came home, I was driving, but I'm also, I think, just different like that. But my recoveries were not painful or bad at all. I think it was a week and a half later, I got my staples removed. I mean,
that's pretty quick.
I'm up walking around the same day, like within an hour. So
the only reason why I couldn't was because of the spinal.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to make sure, my legs. But that next morning I was up walking, and the nurse goes, "You want to take a shower?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good." That next morning. So she left, and when she came back, I was gone. And she freaked out, and she comes running in the bathroom, and she's like, "Oh my God, how'd you get out?" I was like, I got up. Who helped you out of bed? I did. She's like, "You can get out of bed?" Yeah, bitch. Like, and then when my doctor came to release me, he's like, "Well, we have to make sure that, you poop and you pee." And I was like, "That done and done, doc. Let's fucking go. I ain't got no problems."
for a week.
Full feeling and movement after that? That's a no, thank you, ma'am.
No, I'm pretty sure that I didn't do this for a week after, till a week after.
Oh no, that next morning when I got up and I was like walking and doing my shit, no problem.
Yeah,
My
you gotta
bowels
move, I
today.
guess. Okay, so on that note, do we want to, I don't know, wrap this up?
Oh,
in,
good night, ladies. It was an amazing conversation.
Right.
I see you over there, little mister.
Show them your haircut.
Yeah, let's see
What's
it.
up, baby mullet?
Show them your haircut. Turn to the side.
I can't.
Look towards your mom, you silly kid.
Not you
His
gotta
hair
like
grows so quick that already this has to get kind of tightened
trim
up
that.
again.
It looks good. Nice job, dude.
You know, we're still on the live, right? Where a bunch of people can see you.
You say, yeah, I want to be on TV.
I know, right?
And now
Full
it's
hands off.
Old
All right,
hands.
bitches. So we will, little mister. We'll see you guys next week.
Mhm.
Stop when you see
Jump.
chapter 36.
Will do.
36. We don't go past that. Luke is a Malay man too. Oh shit.
The way that you make it sound so fucking fancy, when
Right.
you know it's redneck as shit.
Damn, you got that Malay. That's nice too.
Good night, bitches.
Good night.
Good night, bitches. We will see you next week.
That's rude.
Rude.